Welcome to Brevard News, your home of real news, and I'm with Katie Delaney, who is running for District 1 County Commission. Welcome, Katie.
Thanks for
My
having
name,
me.
my name is Kevin Jeffrey, and I'm your moderator, and just wanted to talk about some news going on in Brevard County, and you're familiar with some of it. Just a couple of things we want to look at on this broadcast. One is the school board had a measure that was actually pushed through by Gene Trent, and it was denied, right,
Hmm.
on the books in Brevard County. Now, my granddaughter told me about a book she was forced to read, and as she told me about it, I'm thinking, this is crazy. What are we doing in the schools system today, and what is going on here?
Honestly, I'm pretty upset about the way that that vote went down. We all kind of thought that this was a good way to get a lot of this inappropriate material out of our libraries, and I'm surprised
Now,
by
who,
the way
who
that it went.
voted who voted for and who voted against?
So Jean Trent voted for it, Matt Susan voted for it, and then the three ladies, Megan Wright, Katie Campbell, and Jennifer Jenkins voted against it.
Why?
Um, they say that it was a surprise and that they haven't had a chance to look at the books, but the list of books came from the Department of Education's website, and these were all books that have already gone through their challenge processes and have been removed in their school districts. So we were just going to, um, you know, see those books removed just so that we didn't have to continue going through the slow process of the book review committee, and we could kind of have a clean slate because the books that are on our challenge list already, it's going to take over a decade to get them all out of the schools.
Why? How did these books get into the library to begin with? And what about those who would say that you would should allow all books into the library and let the students or the parents decide?
So the books got into the school libraries by one of two ways. Either the librarian purchased it, and they do that based on reviews online. So they don't actually read all the books that they order, but they just look at the reviews, and if they have good reviews, then they purchase them, especially if it's something that they think that the kids will be interested in. The other way books get into our schools is when our librarians do purchase those books, um, the publishers will send free books with it. So a lot of these books probably came into our schools without even being purchased. They just came in for free. And as far as people who think that any material should be in our schools, that's just not the truth. Our state has dictated that we have age appropriate material in the schools. We already have obscenity laws. We already have uh, pornography laws. And some of these books, there's pictures of, sexually explicit material.
Then why is no one being prosecuted over this? I mean,
It's a
how is
great
this
question.
allowed to stand?
Unfortunately, our state's attorney, he's not willing to push this. We went to Sheriff Ivey last year or a year and a half ago, and he was willing to go forward and look into the obscenity laws and try to push it forward. But it was the state's attorney who came back and said, "No, I'm not touching this."
So, what can a parent do if their kid, like my granddaughter, what would they do in a situation like this? Now, her mother called and inquired about it. Is that what parents should do, or what can they do?
For sure. Parents should always start with the teacher, like go from that level and then bring it up the chain of command, so to speak. So you start with the teacher. If you don't see results that you want, then you move it up to the principal and so on and so forth, all the way up to the superintendent. Luckily, though, we have the Parental Bill of Rights in the state of Florida. So any parent um, who sees an assignment that they don't agree with, they can request that their student be given an alternative assignment, and they have to give it to them. So that's a great option for parents.
What is the best answer to this overall as far as the school district is concerned? Where do you see this going
As far as what?
as far as the books in the library and how to get rid of some of the books out of the library that shouldn't be in?
So unfortunately, I think that there are going to be some parents reading these books at the school board meeting, and according to the new laws that were just passed last year, they if they're stopped at the podium, then that book automatically gets removed from the school library. So that's one option. Another option would be for parents to challenge the book. So go through the process of the informal challenge, and hopefully the librarian does the right thing and takes it out of the school. And if they don't, then you can push it forward to a formal challenge, and then it goes to the book review committee.
So how do you challenge it?
So there's a form that you have to fill out, and you just turn it in. It's really simple. You just basically say what book it is, what school it's from, and give like an explanation on why you want the book removed.
Okay. Moving on to Titusville. Now, that was a big victory for the citizens of Titusville, in which a judge ruled that there was a real problem with the water in Titusville. Tell
For
us
sure.
about it.
So from my understanding, I believe that this issue is because the city of Titusville voted for the Clean Water Act. And so I think that what happened is that for some reason they didn't certify that election, and so the citizens sued and they won. So that was
So
good
what
for
does
them.
this mean?
As far as
As
what
far as
is
it's the right to clean water, right? And Titusville
exactly
is what the fight was about. So
exactly.
what is the implications of this victory?
So basically, citizens can go out and now sue the government or sue entities who pollute our waterways.
And we have evidence that the city of Titusville itself has been found complicit in doing
For
this.
sure.
Why? Why is this? Why is this consistently a problem? Why is it a problem that we can't get clean water in Titusville?
Mm.
And why, over the many years, has this not been dealt with?
So I think that at the end of the day, they've just been kicking the can down the road. Um, they've spent money on other things, and where they should have been spending it on the infrastructure to fix our pipes and our sewage plants and all of those things.
So, what would you do now? You're running for county commission. Some of the real problems are on the county commission, and of course, in the city of Titusville, we've got
Sure.
problems everywhere. What is your vision as a county commissioner? What would Katie Delaney County Commission seat or position look like?
Well, one of the things that a lot of people don't know is that the half-cent sales tax that we pay, that's actually an infrastructure bill. So while they've been using that money for dredging, I think the percentage is 66% of that money has been used for dredging. It really should be used for our infrastructure to fix the pipes, to fix the sewage treatment plants, all of those things, so that they're not continually polluting our our water.
Where's the money going?
That's the $1 million question, right? Or $500 million question.
So we have a problem in the Brevard County, and there's just so many different places where you see that there's problems. So do you believe that the citizens, you can get your message across to the citizens of Brevard County in terms of what you're trying to get accomplished?
I think so. I think that everybody can come together on clean water. I mean, we all need that as humans to survive. And it's not just the sewage, it's the PFAS that's in the water. It's other contaminants. And so I don't know why nobody has treated this more seriously, but that's definitely one of my top priorities.
So give me a couple more issues that you want to address as the county commissioner, and what do you plan on doing about it?
So one of the biggest things for me is transparency. I have seen with my own eyes our current commission do some things that are not totally above board. They like to go around the public a lot, and I think that is bad governance. I think that we are representatives, elected officials are representatives of the people, so we can't cut the people out of the conversation. So one of the things that I would like to do once I'm county commissioner is have regular town hall meetings and regular communication with the community to make sure that they know what's going on, what we're passing, what issues are coming up, and also to hear from them about what they're experiencing and how we can help, because that's what we're there for, to serve the public.
Okay, so we dealt with two issues here. We talked about the school board and the problems with the books in the school board, and also the water problem in Titusville. And so, Brevard News, this is your source of real news, and we try to bring you every week information about real news and how you, as a resident, can deal with it. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.